every teacher give you that piece of paper, what you want to be in the next 10 to 15 years, 20 years, something like that. And I always told them I want to be a football player.
You had one word to describe Kenny. What word, Kenneth?
Yeah, one word I can use to describe Kenneth is awesome.
Humble.
My big motivation is my family.
To see Kenneth really doing a great thing and the community saying, you know, giving him his praise back, hey, you can't beat that.
Kenneth Gainwell from Benton, Mississippi. I'm a professional athlete.
Curtis Gainwell. I'm from Benton, Mississippi.
My name is Monica Gainwell, and I'm from Hermanville, Mississippi.
My name is Curtis Gainwell Jr. I am from Porch, Mississippi. Migrated to Yazoo, Mississippi when I was 10 years old. I think Kenny was 5 and Corey was 2.
Yeah, life growing up in Benton, you know, it's a tough city. It's a grimy city, but small.
Everybody knew everybody in this small community.
Everyone called each other cousins out here.
It's real nice, man. It's laid back country life. Nothing like good country life. Country living, we call it. Good country living.
It's good to grow up out here because it can teach you a lot of things, life lessons. Because a lot of our parents know a lot of things, but you know, it's very good.
And you know, you get a chance to run around when people in the city can't do it. But here in the county, you know, you got freedom.
Man, growing up with my brothers, it was hard. These guys, they so tough, you know. Each and last one of them want to see you make it, but they always pushing you to want to be the best version of yourself.
You know, we always want to be who the best, who the fastest, you know, who the strongest. So a lot of things like we motivated each other to get to the top of the hill. No man without all of us, not just one.
Curtis the most competitive one of them. Yeah. Curtis was the, you know, he was more competitive. Cause like I say, I had him some years without them, cause I always was tough on him, you know.
My older brother Curtis, like it was more of him teaching us a life lesson, you know, growing up. Like, okay, this we need to be, this we need to be doing, this we not need to be doing. You know, he was a little bit older than us, so he was already one of those guys that learned older when we was growing up and stuff. So we all just grew up in like a little tough situation, you know, and making it out that situation is, you know, something that we always wanted to do. But man, it was tough fighting each and every day, man. It was my mom and dad and man sat through that, and you know, I give them the glory for doing that, you know. But man, it was hard growing up with them. And, you know, I appreciate them.
Kenny, he was quiet. He was more of a crybaby type, you know.
Kenny was a very humble child. Kenny was like the baby, I would say, you know, always stuck under me. And he was very quiet.
He was the type one that never wanted to take a picture, real shy. You say something to him, he'll go to crying in a minute. So he was more like daddy's little boy, you know. But Corey is tough. He got out of the playpen when he was 8 months old.
He wanted the guy that want to fight all the time. He want to like do this, do that. He want to see you. He want to work out with you all the time. He want to like run routes with you. Like we played football with each other growing up. So it was like just me and him most of the time, just learning how to play football, learning how to do things, climbing trees, going out in ditches, like doing things, you know. I say what, my 8th grade year, junior high, my older brother had a stroke.
Well, man, you know, I had a major stroke at the age of 18. I was paralyzed from my chest down for about 6 months. Then I started getting some feeling back, but I couldn't walk yet though. So
I felt like and we was out of school for like a couple weeks because we was down there taking care of him in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And we was out of school, and I was like, you know, is football the journey I want to take? Is this the route I want to go? You know, but I feel like that happening to him really made me lock in a little bit more, like at a younger age. You know, I'm like, okay, how you at a younger age and want to lock in even more? You know, how you want to go and get more from that, like in a mindset standpoint, like how can I go and get more? You know, and I just stuck with it, you know, and it never was a point really where it's like, you know, too tough for me, but it was a point in life where there's something that wanted to like take away from me through other people, you know. So, but through that other person, it motivated me, and I kept going, and the journey haven't stopped since that moment happened, and you know, he's still a big motivation to me to this day.
Through the process, they was always there for me because it wasn't easy. You know, I couldn't feel my body no more, so I had to really adapt to my surroundings again. I had to have 5 major brain surgeries to save my life immediately. You know, I think about it every day, man. It's really a life changer, you know. But you never can't put in your head that you can't do nothing, or you're not good enough for to get through the next day. You just gotta put in your head that what I'm doing the best I can, you know. And don't never worry about what's going on, the bad things. Just worry about the good. The little things go in, because once you lose those little things, you're gonna be like, I should just be like, man, I should have took care of my body, you know. But as a young person, you don't think about those kind of things, you know. I was in the best shape of my life, running 2 miles a day. I was at Southern Miss in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I walked on and got a scholarship for football, but I also had an academic scholarship because I made a 26 on my ACT. So I was fully covered for school, but I'd say about 5 weeks into school, man, I had a bad headache. It changed my life, because after I laid down, I ain't remember nothing for a whole month. I was in a coma. So I really appreciate my brothers for being there for me. Yeah.
I went to the counselor, and I told her that I'm not raising a junior college player, and you know, and she told me that at this point, that's all they could see him is doing is going to a junior college. I said no. So I got a guy that came by, and he started working with Kenneth. He stayed, and I had teachers staying out in the evening after he get through practicing and working with Kenneth to make sure that he can get that ACT score like he need to get it. And then plus, Coach Danny Lanning was at the University of Memphis at that point of time. And Coach Danny Lanning came and he looked at Kenneth's record. And he told me, he said, Mr. Gainwell, it's gonna be hard for us to get this because they saying Kenneth not even got all the credits that he do need. So he worked hard that whole summer. And he called me one night. He said, Mr. Gainwell, he said, I found the loophole. He said, I wonder how many students have they been doing like this? I said, what you talking about, Coach? He said, Kenneth got all his credits. All he need to do is pick them C's up, make them B's and A's. He can get a chance probably to go to the university. I said, okay. So I had a friend of mine, he worked with Kenneth, and they gave me a call one day, said Kenneth passed ACT score. His score was like it needed to be. He can go to the University of Memphis. Got another phone call, Coach Dan Lanning left. He left, but he was that light to really to push Kenneth. If it wasn't from Coach Dan Lanning, Kenneth probably would have never went to the University of Memphis. And so that recruiting process was like I say, it was up and down with us for a while. And then when we got the approval, and Kenneth worked hard, and he really showed people that he was cause I don't like using the word beast, but he was showing people that, hey, look, this is a boy becoming a man. He put the team on his shoulders, and he ran the first time in this school history to be undefeated. So he brought them through an undefeated season, and University of Memphis came, man, and look, hey, that was the best thing I think ever happened to him, you know.
Going from high school to college, like the motivation was still there between me and my brother, but it was like okay, I want to do this. Like I want to be a starter in college. I want to go and play great football. I want to go and just have fun, you know, but just going from high school to college, I wouldn't say that I knew I was better than everybody else. I'll just say that I had a mindset of like, okay, I know I'm great in my mind. I'm not gonna say it to everybody because I'm humble, but I have this thing in my mind that always telling me, you're better, continue to do better, continue to do what you do best, you know, and that really translated from high school to college. And when I was like, okay, let's just work all day. Let's just nonstop. Okay, what the coaches tell us what to do, you know, whatever I need to be doing, let's continue to do this. Let's continue to get better each and every day.
So after he left Jesuit County, went to Memphis, and Coach Norvell was the head coach then at the University of Memphis. He told us that, you know, actually Kenny could start, but he had Darrell Henderson, Tony Pollard, and Patrick Taylor. But Kenny was outdoing those guys, man, and he was a freshman. But he didn't want to put those upperclassmen and let this freshman come in and just take over. So what they did, they let Kenny play 4 games. And Kenny in that, I think that last game, Kenny scored a touchdown of his 4-game eligible, you know, keep him, you know, as a red shirt. And Kenny ran I think a 6 to 8 yard touchdown. And they were like, oh yeah, we know what we got now. I told them from the day one, I know what you getting. You getting my best. You getting my best. Hey, look, you ain't getting no second hand, you getting my best. And Coach would always tell me, he say, hey, Mr. Gainwell, I got your best. And I said, oh, you got my best, but the best is yet to come. I still got one more, you know? So he scored a touchdown then, and then his actually first freshman year as redshirt freshman is really put the University of Memphis on the map, you know?
Basically what I do when I come back home, I always make sure that I take care of the kids, you know. The kids are one of my biggest piece of something I want to do in the community. The kids, if they don't know, then how would they know how the outside world look, or how would they know how things look outside of just being trapped in Benton or Yazoo or Benton, you know. They only see it on their phone. So I want them to see me come back and motivate them and show them okay, yeah, I mean, it's bigger, it's a bigger world out there, you know, and it's not just Ben, Jackson, Mississippi. You guys can go out there and do whatever you need to be doing in life and grow as humans, grow as, you know, kids. And I always tell them, you can't grow at all without getting your grades. You have to get your grades right early so that you can go to college, get out of college, and then explore life.
Kenny always been, you know, to himself. You know, he don't like a crowd of people, being honest. He don't really, you know, he's shy. For him to come back after his first year playing for the Eagles and to have a summer football camp, I think we had 300 some students. The next year, I think we had like 400 or 500 students. And for him to come back and to interact with those kids and then with the crowd of people, and everybody, you know, is saying they like Kenneth. Kenneth doing a great thing for Yazoo County, for the kids. It means a lot. Because in this small community, we never had no one. We never had no one to really to give back to the kids, especially an athlete. You know, somebody might get hurt or burnt out, and the community come together. Actually, to have a star athlete to come back to this small community and show their love is a plus. And for a family of my mother too, because it's a bunch of us, to see Kenny really doing a great thing and the community saying, giving him his praise back, hey, you can't beat that. And you look forward that saying, look, I know I done something good because I see the good work come from a good fruit, man, produce another good fruit, and now that fruit is spreading itself abroad. You can't beat it.
Ultimately, what do you want in your game?
Oh man, shoot.
I know you're still young.
Yeah. Shoot. I don't know. That I feel like that's to be like that's coming up,
Continue.
Yeah, that's to be continued, because if I want to be remembered of like that guy that came to Linwood Elementary, went to Yazoo County High School, and went to Memphis, and was just a great athlete. I mean, that's just me limiting myself, I kind of say I want to be that guy to be remembered, like that guy that came back and helped out his community a little bit. That guy that came back to Mississippi and put on. That guy that didn't lead the state and then not represent the right way. So I'll say, yeah, I mean, it's too good to be continued.